What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. In this episode, we're doing Colombiana.
Good movie, dude.
Great movie. I
So,
can't believe we haven't done it.
I know. I thought that we had to.
I thought we had.
I don't know what it. Maybe because we did Lioness, which has Zoe Saldana in it as well. But
also, one of the John Wicks is Zoe Saldana, isn't it?
Is she?
Isn't she the dog handler in one of the John Wicks?
Why are you guys wearing sunglasses?
Well, because we got sent these cool sunglasses and we want to wear them.
So there's a guy from this is a military guy, military vet, Lucky Brand or Lucky Premium Eyewear. They sent us these glasses. They're pretty sweet.
Yeah, so we're wearing them.
The whole time?
Yes.
Maybe. Why? You want us to take them off?
No.
Just wondered.
Is there a problem with us wearing sunglasses? You got this bright ass light in our face. But anyways, great movie. I forgot how good of a movie this actually was. So seeing it's like her kind of origin story for this whole movie.
Perfect.
And what's so cool, I mean, it didn't work out for them, but what I like about this is he's got like this whole plan for when this is going to happen. Because he knows with his position, his job, chances of this happening are pretty high. So he automatically gives her the information that she needs and the instructions on what to do should they get killed. And then he just has to say one word to his wife, and his wife knows to run, grab the guns, take up a defensive position. Like he's a force multiplier at this point. And it didn't work out, unfortunately, but he had an entire squad basically of guys coming to get him. But I just think it was cool that the family's trained, the family's prepared, and he did as much as he could to increase at least her survival.
Yeah, and what a crazy build-up story for her to just be like, for the rest of the movie, like we know why she's motivated. We know that like she has something deep in her heart to just go and stay after it because of what she had to witness.
Yeah, and then the next part is where the guy is like at the table, like, did your papa give you anything? And she's like, yes. And he's like, can I have it? And she reaches under the table, grabs a knife, and just stabs him right in the hand. And she's like, I want to see you dead, and then takes off running. I love it. It's like the most badass origin story for this, and it sets up the entire movie. I just feel like I've seen this same scene in so many movies. Like every time there's a chase scene in a favela, everybody's a parkour master.
Yeah.
Like everybody is a top-notch free runner in these movies.
It's like obviously the perfect setup for getting away. And, you know, but when you're a kid in a favela, I imagine it, like you go back to that third world country mentality to where it takes a village.
Yeah.
Your neighbors are raising you. People see you. They're not going to let you get away with stuff. They're going to tell your parents. They'll hit you upside the head if you mess up. Yeah. And you're going to go just hopping around on their roofs, jumping from roof to roof. Like, how are you learning how to be a parkour enthusiast, like, on everyone's rooftop? Just like, but yeah, it really is, like, the most overplayed thing of just hopping from roof to roof and rolling around on everyone.
I imagine all of, like, the parkour elite in the world are Brazilian or Colombian or something and just grew up in these favelas and stuff.
Everyone's just trying to take after the Ninja Turtles, dude.
Hey, they were trendsetters.
They're leading the way.
Did the Ninja Turtles do parkour, though?
Oh, of course.
They're too big. They're going to crack their shells.
No, dude, they are always jumping around.
I mean, they were agile.
Yeah.
You remember Michelangelo doing all the backflips and stuff?
It is awesome.
Michelangelo's my favorite. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Oh, that's a tough question.
How's it a tough question? You
I love
seem like
all.
a Leonardo kind of guy.
Why is that funny?
Why is that?
Because I can't answer. I like Michelangelo's cool, calm demeanor. I like Leonardo being the leader. I like Raphael's no nonsense, not going to back down attitude.
Yeah, I can see that.
The only one I'm really not associated with personally is Donatello because he's a nerd.
Yep.
I'd take Donatello.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you are a Donatello. I made a video on our Patreon about that, and some people got upset about Because I said Donatello seemed like he was no fun to hang around with. And people were like, what do you mean? I guess they were Donatellos. Clearly, they were Donatellos. What's up, guys? Sorry for breaking in, but I just want to let you guys know about some exciting news. I was selected to run the 2025 New York City Marathon. This is a bucket list race for me. I've been trying to get into this race for years, but it is one of the most difficult events to get into. Luckily, this year, I was selected to run with Team TAPS. That's the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors. It is a wonderful organization that provides support for families of fallen service members. And this year, I'm running in honor of 3 absolute American heroes. These guys are former Q-Course classmates of both myself and Buck. We graduated, got our Green Berets together, and unfortunately, they gave their lives in service of this nation. So with all this, we are trying to raise money for this amazing organization. We've set a goal of $4,000 that we would like to raise. So if you can, please make a small donation. Doesn't matter if it's $1, 50 cents, no donations too large, no donations too small. If everybody donated $1, we would more than smash that $4,000 goal. So it's real easy to donate. You can either follow the QR code up on the screen, or there's a link that's gonna be in the video description. All of the donations go straight to the organization. We don't get any of that. And so if you can make any donation, I would greatly appreciate it. But other than that, let's get back to the video.
That school has nothing to teach me.
Oh, this is
I told you what I want. You don't want to help me? Fine. I'll do it myself.
That guy's in a lot of movies.
Look.
Okay, so he's trying to get her into this school. He just met with the principal. Now he goes outside and pulls a full-on GTA shoot 'em up mode.
And just blasts a random civilian. And then all of a sudden the radiator blows up. Did you see that?
And then
the radiator's like,
he just has this conversation. This is like a life moment, a teaching moment. Meanwhile, you just committed massive amounts of crime, sir. You've got a minimum of 4 stars right now.
yeah, dude, all the cops are coming. Like, that was...
And then the cops come and he just walks off.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, it's him, clearly. It's an ugly mofo.
What now? Now goes this.
All right, that's the one part that I don't really get, because she could have just killed the guy. She didn't have to shoot him. He was asleep right there. Like, she could have strangled him or killed him quietly, and then all of this wouldn't have happened. But like, now she's alerted literally everybody. She's inside of a prison, and she has to do all this like crazy like ninja moves to get out of there, when she could have just snuck in like she did, killed him quietly, and still made a point.
Yeah, but then she wouldn't have gotten to be able to do all the ninja moves for our entertainment.
I guess she wore that tight suit for a reason, and she had to be able to like slip inside the air vents and stuff. I don't know. It just, that's the only part where it's like,
it's definitely extra.
It was very extra. You could have done less.
Wait, you got to the timestamp.
1:20:30.
1:20:30.
Anyway, you want to say it too? You want to?
Yeah. To be fair, Garrett did text Zoe Zaldani and tell her that we think that she's awesome as an SF chick.
That's cool.
So that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
You know, for a couple of guys.
She knows who we are.
Yeah, a couple guys that point a camera at each other and talk about random movies. Zoe Zaldani was happy to hear that we like her stuff.
You know what's cool? I know I've mentioned it before, but just like the reach that we've gotten from this dumb show that we started, where we just drink beer and talk about movies, and it actually has put us in rooms with actual like actors or producers and stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty damn sweet.
I just texted Tyler and asked if AJ was willing to come on the podcast. He was like, don't see why not. I was like, heck yeah, dude. We just got done watching tons of episodes with AJ Buckley. I'd love to talk to that dude. And it's cool.
Got to be my favorite. Well, one of my top 2 characters from that entire series.
For sure.
So. feel like she's always wearing underwear in this show. That was the breacher, though. Weird stuff.
I love this scene because, like, first of all, she has her exit strategy.
Yeah.
She knows where she already got her explosive placed. She's got her plan. Even if she gets caught in her underwear, like not having anything on,
No shoes,
nothing. She knows that she's got a combat belt.
Yeah.
She's got her guns nearby. Her whole plan's in place, so she can calmly breach, throw her gun belt on, and she has everything needed to go through the elevator shaft.
The Charlie in me looks at what the breacher for the SWAT team did, or the FBI team. For one, realistically, that little charge that he placed on the door would not do what they just did. There's not going to be a huge fireball coming down the hallway. But for two, that is definitely one of those Pete for Plenty situations, because he got a little overzealous and way overdid it to put that amount of explosive on there when all he's trying to do is breach a door, and he basically burned out the entire floor at that point.
Dude, if you hit that breach and I got flame balls coming over the top of my head, you're fired as a breacher. I'm like, no, never again.
You're like, no, sir, you are not doing this again.
Anytime you raise your hand, you're like, I got it. I'm like, no, sir, you don't. You better sit back down. I'd rather take my chances.
It's like, we're good. You only get det cord from now on.
Yeah. I'll guesstimate the amount of charges I'm going to use rather than use your math.
I think that's what he did.
Your math is terrible, dude.
But also, the only gun, the other thing about this scene is the only gun that she has in this situation is this giant
big old sniper
Yeah,
rifle.
so like she's walking around with a gun that's half her size. Maybe we want to go with something smaller next time.
It looked cool.
It did look cool, but I don't know what she's going to do with it.
Can you please say that Rossi's attempt to resist a direct hit by 57mm ordnance?
Oh, that's why she got the sniper. Wham!
10 seconds to give up that address. I wouldn't be sure if I give her the address, she won't kill me anyway. She says she can't, but you can trust me. If you
Little
don't
smug
do what
prick.
you want, you will be a 24th victim on the hit parade.
It's not so smug anymore. Wipe that stupid smile off his face real quick.
Yeah, but as soon as he took that, she took that shot through the window. Most people would panic and dive, and then you're completely out of the window.
True, he could just not sit in that seat
Right.
anymore.
I got an idea.
Duck under your desk.
Move. Like,
He's like, oh no, she's got me.
I didn't even think about that once.
yeah,
Neither did he, clearly.
like just move.
That's funny. When I watched it, I was the same. I didn't think about that either.
Like most people are gonna panic so much when a round goes to the window that they're gonna duck and dive and like jump for the ground, and then her whole shot is completely ruined.
Right.
And then I'm just gonna army crawl
He's like,
away, and I'm like, "You're an idiot. I'm not giving you what you want later." And then I'm gonna army crawl out of there.
I'm going to my meeting.
Yeah, I'm going to my meeting.
He's
Loser.
married to this chair at this point, I guess.
FBI's on the way. You guys are idiots. You should have. You should have hit your first shot, loser.
Oh, see, that's why you're not in the movie.
Yeah,
The
I can't
director would be
cry.
like, I can't. She can't do that. Or you can't do that.
I'm still yelling from the hallway. I'm just gonna double temper that glass. It's never gonna happen again. It's like, you don't need to
Like, oh,
army crawl
snap.
anymore, loser.
You know.
She's already gone.
Well, I guess you just defeated the whole
Just
point of that
dust
scene.
off all the glass off my shoulder. All right, guys, now let's have our meeting. It's a whack assassination attempt, but don't worry, I thwarted it by diving.
Attack straight on, and you will not see her until it's too late. She's that invisible.
Hey, bro. That is the slowest, most explosive RPG round I've ever seen. It's like, first of all, it's like a cartoon. It's like, and then it finally hit. Like they're all like, diving. And that
Like,
thing's
it's coming. It's still coming.
guy goes and takes a leak, comes back. It's like the missile from Mario Brothers, the black missile that's going through the bullet. That thing was just super slow hovering in the air. And then it had like fireworks, sparks flying off the back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you ever seen RPG fire before, but no sparks are coming off it. it's not like continuing to propel itself as it goes. It's like,
I don't think you're having a conversation as it approaches either.
It's like, they're like, oh no, there's an RPG bullet headed our way. What do we do?
Then it hits. It's just the most massive explosion I've ever
Like
seen.
8 of them. It was a
Their explosives guy in this movie really likes the fuel-rich explosives that just burn, just like balls of fire everywhere. Most of what they're using in this movie isn't going to ignite a ball of fire like that.
That was hilarious. And I always thought it was kind of corny when people describe the character. You'll never see her coming. She's like a mouse on the wall, climbing. It's like the silent of an assassin. I was like, we all watched the whole movie. Like
We know who she is.
We know who she is. We've seen her backstory. We've seen what she could do. Why are you like retelling us how dangerous she is by telling your goons how dangerous she is?
Just in case you forgot. Got to set up the final battle here.
Like, you don't think that any of those guys heard the fact that she killed like 25 of your people and like everyone she comes across is getting assassinated? You don't think they know that?
They all know why they're here.
They sit around spilling the tea just like everybody else. They're all smoking and joking, talking about everything she's done.
There you go. This Colombian chick?
Yo, she killing everybody,
Freaking
dude.
crazy, bro.
Yo, remember Juan Pablo? Yo, she shot him into the shark, bro. The sharks ate him. Like, you mean she killed him? Like, no, she shot the ground. He fell in. The sharks ate him.
She said, I'm not going to kill you. And then what? Then the sharks killed him.
Yo, the other dude, she went in there, no suppressor, shot him in the chest, bro, in prison, dude, and then got out of there. What? And she's coming here right now? Yeah, that's crazy. What we gonna do? I don't know. Oh, geez, there's an RPG coming. Ah! That Colombiana sounds like a real bad apple.
You hide here. And wait for my call. Okay.
I didn't think about that.
I dig the way she held the rifle at that point.
That little side cock.
Yeah,
and
the side cock, so could like instead. I mean, it's one thing you could look at it and just shoot it normal and have it like, but you got to think of the recoil going into your shoulder. But she's putting it into her hip, and then like turning it sideways because obviously you're not going to do it straight and have it hit you in the gut. But if you turn it to side, put it in your hip, and then you could full auto and just maintain control of it.
Yeah. I mean, she can see where the rounds are hitting.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to be, it's not like a precision sniper type shot. Like, she's shooting a guy through a floor. She hears a voice. She might see some light.
Yeah.
You can see where the rounds are impacting and just, rope it around.
Yeah, it's like just dumping it. But for such a tiny person, and you're trying to control that recoil, I think it's a totally reasonable thing to do, to give it, cock it to the side, put it in your hip, and you're shooting up. And then it's all that recoil is going to go into your hip, and you can just
let it go.
Just dump it. Because I don't know if you guys ever shot full auto, when you're dumping a mag on full auto in 5.56, it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Like it's a pain. So, we shoot single fire all day. The minute you turn that thing on full auto, and you really got to lean into it to hit your shots. Like, you're leaning way forward.
You're not going to have a tight shot group.
Right, to control that recoil. So that whole put it in the hip, that's a really smart thing to do. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that episode of Beers and Breakdowns. Colombiana, we love this movie. It's awesome. But we just wanted to pick it apart a little bit, have some fun with it. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Boom.